Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm TatoCat. Welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Dragon Age Origins. Previously, I found a couple of new quests from the Black Indifference, the Black Abnormals, the Blackstone Irregular. Yes, the Blackstone Irregulars. So we did that. The refugees attacked us outside of camp, which was no fun. And I felt bad about that. I just spent a great portion rescuing and doing little quests for these guys, only for them to attack me because of Logain. And it just brings me to be like, Logain will burn in fire, whatever I find most painful spell-wise. We saved a guy and his son while we were leaving, and he's like, "Oh, can I travel?" I'm like, "You're welcome to join us, but our situation's a bit complicated." And I thought that was going to be the last of it because he told me it was too dangerous. I'm like, fair enough. Okay, I didn't say fair enough at first because I chose a different option that I originally chose, because I was like, I'm a Grey Ward, and he's like, yeah, no, it's too dangerous. And so I chose something else after my power got back on. And well, now I'm at camp, and Sandal, Sandal was here. Where did Sandal go? I thought I saw him there. Yeah. How'd he get here? So, I guess I want to go talk to them.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound?
Told you.
Yes?
I told you to stay, dude. You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves. Let me see your wares, Bodon. Have you been following us? What are you selling exactly? Yeah, what are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
I feel like this is rude. I don't want to be rude. Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Let me see your wares, Bodon.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I get a discount? Forcefield really needs to stop randomly popping up. Oh, well, let's see what you got. Barry Crunch. Delirium. Trap stuff. Flasks. You got flasks. I love Tome of Physical Technique. That's expensive. I only have 1 gold. I have a discount? Bro, what's the cost without the discount? A butterfly sword? Listen, I want a butterfly sword. A chastity belt? Who's that for? A charcoal, rotten onion, Templar. A backpack! A backpack for 7 gold! I have 1 gold! How am I supposed to get that? But if I sell you stuff, can I buy back from you? I want to sell you 1 thing. I mean, you probably actually have this. No, you don't. Okay. So I'm going to sell you... No, just 1. It sells for 5 silvers and 81, and you'll give it back to me for 5 silvers and 81? Alright, I'm gonna come back, but I'm very much interested in those books that you have.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantment does he do? I want some enchantments done. I'd like to see what other goods you have. What enchantment does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
He's so happy. I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Oh. I'm gonna have to wait and see, because until I get a weapon that I can do that, a better weapon. Okay, that's cool. Runes and enchantments. Who are you?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Levy? Your name is Levy? That's not Levy. That's Levi. What is with these fantasy games and then naming shit that I never pronounced correctly? You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How did you know, Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is.
Tell
But
it.
I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the king's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
Go on, I'm listening.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader Genevieve presented herself to the king. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
I thank you for your part in bringing the Wardens here. Duncan was an easy man to like. Why were the Grey Wardens cast out by Arlen? Mercury rescinded the decree just like that? Why were the Grey Wardens cast out by Arland?
People say it's because the Wardens have become terribly unpopular. Just soaking up ties and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown.
Merrick rescinded the decree just like that?
Marek was a bit of a visionary. A powerful mind, that one. In his travels with the Wardens, he must have seen how important their cause was, and been moved by it.
Duncan was an easy man to like.
That he was.
I thank you for your part in bringing the Grey Wardens here.
Oh, his stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new Wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a quest that I'm not ready to go on yet. Stan!
Why are we stopping?
We occasionally need to not move. Never mind, let's keep moving.
As you wish.
Can I... How do I put armor on people? Can I do that? Or is it just going to show me? Okay, it shows everybody. Excellent. I'm going to skip through most of this part, and while I do that, I'm going to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, okay, so I've equipped everybody. So me, I basically didn't change anything. I have the staff that I stole. It's been my trusty staff. The enchanter cowl, studded leather gloves, chastened robes. I got enchanter's footing. Still have this as my projectile. I don't know if this ever changes. I think that's just what it is, and it lives there for forever. Buckle of the Winds, Amulet of Accord, Surveyor Ring, and Ring of Study, so it gives me magic. And Alistair, I gave him a new sword, so he has the Oath Keeper sword, so he gets 1.5 armor penetration and 10% healing effects from it. Yeah. I also gave him a new shield. It's over here. So now he has the Haber's Agus, which is you. Which gives him the bonuses of plus 4% spell resistance and a chance to avoid missile attacks. Yes. Oh, and I gave him elf boots. I gave him the ancient elven boots. I was gonna give them to my character, but it requires 22 strength, and my character's not a strengthy girly, so that's gonna take forever if I do that. Morgan did not change a thing. Morgan still has all her stuff that she started with. So Morgan has the darkspawn staff, apprentice cowl, studded leather gloves. She still has her robes, because other characters like Sten and Liliana's was just like clothing, but hers does stuff. She has +2 magic and cold damage, and that suits her. I gave her some leather boots. She doesn't have accessories like rings yet. She has a buckle of the winds for 3 defense and a wild stone clasp, so she gets willpower and 10 mental resistance. And Liliana, why are they doing this to my girls? So like they have robes, and if you give them armor, instead of just like putting the armor on their robes on like their original clothing, they're like, take it off, sexy time. So I gave her armor instead of just the clothes. It slows her down. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere past this amount because she's supposed to be swift. I can see that she's supposed to be an archer. Or maybe that's just a thing, a default thingy. But, I don't need 2 long distance people in my party. So she does melee with her 2 daggers. She has a helmet. She has her chainmail gloves. She has studded leather armor. She has leather boots. I don't have anything. I don't have any belts or rings to give her. And she has an amulet of fire resistance, so I don't catch her on fire. And Stin has the chastened flap blade. He has a canary thickened cap. He has heavy chainmail gloves. He has chainmail armor. He has studded leather boots. He has that's his sword. And then he has this for cold resistance. So that is what he has. So that is everybody has stuff. And now I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff. To get money. And also make room in my backpack. That's Morgan. Over here.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
So what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thedas, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And? Did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than let them rot. Then leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And now here we are. Fascinating story, thank you. You're lucky to have done so well. I don't think he's lucky. He has skills. Fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That's generous of you. So you got a free helper? Blood isn't all that important. Blood isn't all that important.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
But where do these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Law's ties, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere.
Okay.
Even more now with the darkspawn coming.
You opportunistic scoundrel. What do you mean?
People flee from the blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
I suppose it's better than having the darkspawn take it all. The blight will not last forever. Everyone has to make a living somehow. I suppose it's better than having the darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Have you heard any rumors?
Habron, daughter of the Earl of Southreach, has spent an exorbitant amount of her father's coin buying puppies. No one knows what happens to the puppies, and she buys a new one every week. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
She's sacrificing the puppies? Heard any other rumors?
Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The blight, most likely, poor sods. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Heard any other rumors?
I heard a strange rumor the other day. King Calin was not really Merrick's son, you see. Merrick's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denerim's palace and has been since he was born. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Or a mage. Merrick's real son, a mage. Can you imagine? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Bro. I mean, I believe that would happen in this sort of situation, that like he has a son and he's like, oh, I can't let my kid go to the tower. Or like, if people knew about it, like, it would bring shame. I gave my child as a mage. Ugh, the thought. I feel like being a mage is worse than being simple. You know, in this game. And so them like storing him away, you know, like getting a replacement. I could see that happening. I don't think is what happened, but I could see it happening. Heard any other rumors?
There's a nasty rumour going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They're the ones that caused the blight. They were getting upset, see? That there was no use for them anymore, so they summoned up the Archdemon to do their bidding. It would explain a great many things. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
But does
Take it for what it is.
Doesn't explain a great deal many things, because I feel like we wouldn't have died so much if that were the case. Heard any other rumors?
I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves. All over. Not just people either. Animals too.
Oh.
Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until it just about chewed her finger off. Strange days, I tell you.
That's
what I've heard on the road.
traumatizing.
Anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Heard any other rumors?
Unless Isolde, the young Orlesian woman that married Arl Eamon,
Mm-hmm.
I hear tell she tried to poison her husband so she could marry his brother, Bantegan. Maker's honest truth. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
A love triangle. Heard any other rumors?
Arl Urian wasn't truly killed at Ostagar. His son, Lord Von, hired Antivan crows to kill his father before he ever reached the battlefield, only to first be killed by a mob of elves himself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Ought to be that hated. Heard any other rumors?
With a defeat at Ostagar, it'll be inevitable that the darkspawn hordes start moving north soon. They have no one standing in their way, do they? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
I'm gonna keep.
Take it for what
I'm gonna
it
keep
is.
going until you give me repeated stuff. Heard any other rumors?
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Okay. All right. Cool.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
You know, I love you. You're just a hoot, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Your discount is not great. Your discount is not good. It's a bad discount. But I'm gonna put all the stuff into here because I see that you. What I sell it for is what you give back to me. Can't make Illyria. Oh, can I make some Mabari crunches? I can make one Mabari crunch. I need a distilling agent as well. Okay, that's good to know. I have plenty of flasks for now, so I might as well make these. Is there a way to like... No, I'll just push the button, I guess. Okay. Cool. Oh, I got an achievement. Crafty.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna buy a backpack from you.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah. 7 gold. 7 gold. 7 gold. Well, hopefully soon I'll be rolling in the dough. Now I have 90. Okay. Alright. I'm going to talk to each and every one of you. I can't get over this wheel of cheese. It's amazing. I don't understand it, but it's amazing.
Yes.
In the back. So there's a few things have changed. I don't have as much money as I used to. I didn't buy anything. I didn't sell some stuff. I am going to save. So, if it's not my OBS and it's not my game, it's the weather. It's against me today. So, yeah, because I record in large bulks. I'll play for like hours and hours, like an entire day, sometimes more, before I actually start editing and posting stuff. So it's something that's like, that's why you see me in the same outfit. But yeah, so the OBS crashed. The wind has taken out my power twice. It's fun. So I saved now, but I have not heard his rumors.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
And I don't know if it's important to hear these, like if this changes dialogue in the future, so I want to hear them. And I don't know if he's going to tell me new rumors. So if he doesn't, I'm just going to skip over it for you guys. I'll edit it out. But if he does say something new, I'll keep it in.
Take it for what it is. The crafters of the Pearl Brothel are threatening to close their doors if they aren't finally recognized as a true guild. Ha! Can you imagine? As if the men weren't blue enough. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
See, that was new.
There's a nasty rumor going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They were getting upset, see? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. People are disappearing all over the country. Folks on the road say they are seeing wagons abandoned, belongings left in the middle of the road with no one to be seen anywhere. Remote farmholds are left empty. Horses left without riders. And no corpses to be found. The darkspawn are taking them. There's no other explanation. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
I love how he
Take
said,
it for what it is.
deep, intense story. Story, story, story. Story. That's what I heard. Anyways. Heard any other rumors?
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
He told me less rumors that time. I'm also going to, because I'm really interested, and I do this every time. Premium content. Soldier's Peak, a king's confident. Go to the party camp. The last time we traveled to... Oh, I didn't talk to this guy yet. I'll skip past it. A glimpse of a merchant in the distance. He appears to be following you. If you set up camp, he might be able to catch up to you. Oh, is that... Van Lorens, then. There are rumors that a fellow survivors of Ostagar has escaped the prisons of the Ban Wardens. The Ban's lands lie in the northeast reaches of the Banner. I need to look up a spoiler-free way to look these up to see if I should actually do these yet, or wait. And is seeking the aid of the Grey Wardens. The band's lands lie in the northeast reaches of the Banorn. The escaped prisoner has likely taken refuge in the deep woods of the estate. Turning to Soldier's Pass, where the troubled merchant awaits with a deal that may be too good to be true. Did I don't think oh yeah, here he is. Levy.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins, Levy the trader. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Okay. Who was I talking to? Sven. Sten.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think this is different than what it was before. We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back. Are you alright? You were in that cage for a week. What is your hurry? Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
Why did you offer to help me?
For the moment, you are the enemy of my enemy.
The Darkspawn are your enemy for the moment. I've never seen Canary before. Can you tell me about your people? You said you're in the... Did he say he was in the army? I don't remember that. I've never seen Canary before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Yeah? No. Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
Have you ever fought in a war? What made you decide to become a soldier? Why would the Canari send soldiers here? Why would the Canari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
To see your scouts? That fight. Scouts the punch. Have you ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, elf.
So you must know your way around a battlefield then.
Some of them. They aren't all alike.
I think he's answering his questions just fine. So I don't want to say that. I don't like cutting off dialogue, but I'm also like, I don't think he's answering it in a way that is ununderstandable. The Antam, so he's in an army, and that part of the army is called the Antam, and the Antam's job is to scout out and probably do some battle stuff too. As if you're out scouting and exploring, they're explorers. You gotta learn how to fight in case you run into things. And then they get back to their people. He doesn't want to trivialize who his people are by giving answers like, we are tall, we have this skin color, we are this. Like, he doesn't, he's like, it's deeper than that. So I think it's fine. Why are you helping me? Well, my enemy is the darkspawn. Why would I ask why that's his enemy? And he said, for now, because, well, for now, that's the truth. So, it's fine.
As you wish.
Sten approves by 2. Okay, Sten.
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
The splitting of a country or the blight? Asking why the Kunari care about the blight is kind of dumb. It seems like a blight is a world problem. Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When they're going to do that? When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the darkspawn waiting.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant. Very funny. Do you have to be so literal? Cute. You're the silent type, I see.
Your grasp of the obvious is remarkable.
Yes, thank you. You ready to answer my question? You're impossible. Just tell me. You don't like me much, do you?
Warden, if I truly disliked you, I would leave. That I am still here, you may interpret however you choose.
I see. Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Parshera, was there anything else?
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
When I do this and it pops up in the corner, I think it's it's a game thing, like a tutorial. But yeah, he made sense to me. He is a literal person. What were you doing? I was just sitting. What else would he be doing? I mean, he had nothing to do in there. I like you, Sten. You're chill. You're mysterious, but chill. The one I'm gonna talk to you last. Wait. I thought I saw Morgan, like, wait. Big sister! I think Morgan's older than my character.
What do you wish of me?
Okay. I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Never mind.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Cool. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to ask you while you're still here. That's dumb. I feel like if I were to ask her why she's still here, I'd be like, leave. Why are you here? So... Hi, Sandal. Sandal, did you have a name before you were found, or were you given that name? Stan... Liliana!
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Tell me a tale, Liliana.
All right. It is my job to spin yarns after all.
Darkspawn? I know that one. Oh. I guess not. Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the darkspawn.
But I
In
asked her
ages
this.
past, the mages of the
Hello,
Tevinder
Mom.
Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
There was another story I wanted to hear.
Which one?
Again. I thought of it just now, but it slipped my mind.
It will come to you soon, I'm sure.
Where's my dog?
Oh, why, you little...
Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again? Are you harassing my dog? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he shouldn't have. It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off. Good boy. Teach that silly Alistair a lesson. Bad boy. It's not very nice. Well, he has a war dog. Alistair's probably not going to like this. Good boy. Teach that silly Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Okay, he didn't care. I'm not going to tell my dog no while we were getting near his food.
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Oh! Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish. If you had it and didn't know it, probably was tasty. I never feed you another human being! Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish.
Hey!
Alistair, why do you keep messing with my dog?
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A
Wax his tail.
putrid,
half-eaten hair is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He meant well. Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into them? I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones. Why doesn't he share his food with me? It's the thought that counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
It was a gift. You can't just throw it away like that. Don't do it again. You're a war dog, not a nursemaid. You hurt the lady. It was a gift. You can't just throw it away like that.
I just did. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
I think you hurt his feelings. You're a mean lady. That dog is too smart for his own good. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
What's all this ratchet? Watch Din in the mirror. I want to watch them.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Oh my goodness. Ymir digs furiously in the ground at your feet. Trying to find the way through the earth, are we? He goes back to digging. It's going to take some time now. Oh, don't be silly. Let's just mess up the campsite. Alright, have fun then. Alright, have fun then. By the way, didn't he get me like underwear or something like that? Oh, did I not get that? I don't think I got that. Oh, yeah, I never got that because I never went back. Oh, my underwear. My silk underwear. Alright. I'm gonna go talk to Alistair. I love this dog. I'm so happy that I got a doggy.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Never mind. Alright, now I have presents to give to people. Presents. I feel like some of them must be generic, right? And then some of them must be like, ah, this person super likes this. Like, I bet Andraste things have everything to do with Liliana. So...
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
I remember reading something with Morgan about her liking jewelry. This looks like something she should wear.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
This one? I don't know, because it feels like it could be religious, but it doesn't specifically say Andraste. So maybe Alistair? Because Alistair grew up, but like he's not super religious, and like his mom and stuff. Let's try it. Let's see.
I could get used to this, you know.
Wow, he likes me as much as Morgan likes me. I don't know about these ones. But I'm going to read the new things in my thingy, especially about the enchantment. Runes and enchantments. All enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped, can be upgraded by an enchanter so long as you also have runes available. Select the item you wish to enchant, then drag and drop the desired runes to the slots on the item. Okay. Characters. Alistair. Also, I bet Alistair is actually a noble. Because he said... Sorry, I'm adjusting in my chair a lot. Rain makes my bone hurt because I'm not young. And I have chronic illnesses. But Alistair said that his mom worked at Redcliffe Castle, and she got pregnant while working at Redcliffe Castle, and it was super secret. And then he was raised by Earl Eamon. So it's just... And he was seen as a threat. I mean, I don't think he's Earl Eamon's son. But I think he's the son of a noble. So like, he's a noble bastard. Because, I mean, the whole castle thing, who be walking around trying to fuck in a castle? Nobles. Because if it was just like some other dude who worked there, it wouldn't have been kept a secret. And I feel like rumors wouldn't have started if it was just a normal person and he took pity on this orphan kid. No, I think he's a noble. Will my character treat him any differently? No, because she grew up in the circle, and in the circle there's probably nobles in there. They're ostracized because, you know, they are magic and probably got disowned by their family for just being able to do stuff. But noble is noble. I think about here. His mother was a servant girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Gurn, Earl of Redcliffe, for a time. The Earl's wife, Isolde, suspected the reason her husband took an interest in the welfare of a servant's child was that Alistair was Eamon's son. She insisted that the boy be sent away to the chantry. Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has a fondness for strange runestones and figural study of arcane creatures. that bit happened because I gave him a statue. Sophia Dryden. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Banner. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught, and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' offers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlen proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arlen born. Arlen learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side, even as the king forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. I almost called him Levi. Culture and history. It landed on the thing. Okay. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name Durocher. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The De Rocher merchant's family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 blessed, Sylvie De Rocher, I'm just gonna call her De Rocher, I don't know if the R is supposed to be pronounced, uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride and perhaps in her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophie Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden. Okay. What was that? I got an ability. I got a new ability. I don't know what that means. But I want to put a rune on Alistair's weapon. Sandal!
Enchantment?
Yes, enchantment. I want enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Yes, indeed. So I think I want a slow rune put on because some of Alistair's attacks mean he moves slower. So this gives him a chance to even it up. So this will reduce the movement speed of his enemies. Got my backpack. Ah, yeah. All right. Do I just leave now? Do I sleep? They didn't really explain that. What's... Of course I'm here.
Yes.
Wait, I can just go to places? This is her hut? Why does it sound so scary? Key required. They're like, you can't just you can't just accidentally wander into Plymouth's hut.
I don't understand. You look like a woman.
I am a woman.
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Why not? Doesn't make any sense then. Grey Wardens can't be women? Grey Wardens can't be women?
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
That's not a very comprehensive list. That's not a universal truth. Some women fight. What if they don't want to be any of those things? What if they don't want to be any of those things?
What does that have to do with anything? No one gets to choose who they are.
Didn't you choose to be a soldier?
Of course not. It is who I am. That's not up to me. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
I see. A person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see.
Stint disapproves -1. Well, I am so sorry, Stint. So, I've been getting... I got a event.
Something on your mind?
Explore with him. Sure, why not? She has a thing for flirting with Templars. Well, first, I have questions.
Of course.
Everyone's... What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
You've been a Grey Warden longer than I have. I mean, what changes physically? Don't avoid the question, I want to know. I mean, what changes physically?
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, you'll see.
He wouldn't tell you? That seems rather cruel of him. Just try that line on me. He didn't tell you?
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
So, it was a joke? Felt anything that? Maybe we're just a pig? Maybe you're just a pig.
That's me, Alistair the pig. I can go through a trough in 5 seconds flat, just you watch. Oh, And then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
I've had some strange dreams. Nightmares, I know what you mean. Nothing to get excited about. Nightmares? Yes, I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come.
How goody.
That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
I'm sorry, what? What are you talking about? His time has come? Bad news, I take it, spit it out. His time has come?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. Give or take. The taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than
thanks.
waiting. It's tradition.
So the Kool-Aid that could have killed me instantly is just killing me slowly. And now I have 30 years to live. Goody, goody gumdrops. How cheery. Why Orzammar? So I'm going to die. How cheery.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. Well, there you have it.
It seems like a high price to pay. I never wondered that. I understand. I feel betrayed. This is wrong. I never wondered that. I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He got what he deserved. What? If this is all we have to look forward to, he will be remembered, sir. As well as will the others.
I know. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Just the two of us. Plus 4 approval.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, let's just do it. Has anyone ever told you how handsome you are?
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denham that those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
But what do you mean not like me? Oh, were you saying that they weren't cute and you think my character is pretty? Her lips are sealed. Just an observation. Don't get excited. You know you're handsome, Alistair. And if it is, what then? And if it is, what then?
Oh, nothing much. I just get to grin a bit and look foolish for a while.
Approval plus 3. I didn't expect to have so muchness with the world map.
Yes? Well, here I am.
Stin disapproved of me. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit difficult talking to Stin.
Yes.
have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Liliana. Morgan is way over in the distance.
I await your command.
So life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And they speak back? That seemed normal to you? But eventually left? That sounds wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
So you were a thief? What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
You were just a child. I had a hard time picturing you heartbroken. Plymouth was right, no doubt. But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
I feel sorry for you. But you don't need to live that way any longer. They made you stronger, didn't they? Those are harsh lessons to teach your child. They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Proves well sight. Why am I not? Can I romance Morgan? I mean, she likes me. Alright. So, main story quest. Gather the mages of the circle for your army. The Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages. If you can enlist their help, they will provide formidable against the darkspawn. The Circle Tower is situated on Lake Calenhad. Okay, so after hearing rumors about the Circle of Magi, I think she would want to go. Yeah. So the annulment, Divine Galatea, responding to the catastrophic incident, granted all the Grand Clerics of the Chantry the power to purge the circle entirely if they rule it irredeemable. The rite of annulment has been performed 17 times. So she heard something about the annulment, and that would immensely bother her. So Did I get rid of my unnecessary inventory things? No. I kept my plate of the dragon armor because I don't think Alistair's that far away from being able to wear it, so I didn't want to sell it. Apparently I can't go there. Oh, the docks. Okay. Try to instantly? I'm gonna answer a message. I didn't expect to get attacked. Hi, doggy. Alistair, I gave you a thing that told you to take potions. When you need to take potions, do that. Okay, your weapons are flaming. Cool. Cool. And these things just kind of swarm. Where is... I thought this game has recognized my style. Just attack. Don't stop attacking until it stops moving.
Let's
make it quick!
I think we work well together.
It was a lot.
Well, all right.
Okay, so yeah, that happened. Are we all good?
right away.
Maybe I had to go through there to get to the circle, and now I can go to the circle?
Shall we go?
That was just like a weird doodle.
We're coming here to see the mages, right? Oh, great. They just love me.
I'm here. You guys don't... I want to not talk to you.
You ever wonder why the mages built their tower out in the middle of Lake Kalanhad? They have an aversion to practicality or something?
I don't necessarily know if the mages chose to do that or if they did that. It's probably so it's a little bit harder for the Templars to come and straight up murder them, you know.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
Who are you?
I am the person appointed to stop all unauthorized access to the Circle Tower. Meaning you, because you're unauthorized.
I need the first enchanter's help.
No, I've one job and one job only. And by the Maker's shiny gold cutlery, I will do it.
Maker probably doesn't have cutlery. I really have business here. I'm a Grey Warden. The Maker probably doesn't have cutlery.
Oh, and he's told you that, has he? Well, you're still not getting into this tower.
I have some documents that compel the Circle to help me.
Yes? Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
Aren't queens female? My documents are actually real. Not much, you're obviously a Templar. Yet, aren't queens female?
Don't question royalty. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
I'll deal with you later.
Yes, be off with you. Much better things to see in Ferelden than this musty old tower anyway.
I will be persuasive or mean. If I'll be mean to a nun, I'll be mean to you. That's a door. Well, I don't have scary music playing. So yeah, let's just talk to people.
Well, look at this. I remember taking you across when you left with that fella Duncan. And now you're a Grey Warden. My pap used to tell me stories about them.
Could you ferry me across the land? Hello, Kester. Why aren't you manning the boat? Do you know why I'm not allowed in the tower? Hello, Kester. Why aren't you manning the boat?
Templars took the boat.
So I can't get across? Why would they take your boat? Are they ever going to return it? Why would they take your boat?
I don't got a clue. They wouldn't tell me. Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester, we got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy, named for my grandmum she was.
Is something wrong up there at the tower?
I told you, they didn't tell me nothing. And if I know they're mages, I'm better off keeping out of their business. If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic, but the tower's always got something to do with magic.
You're not wrong. Is there no way to get across? I have to get there on official business. How could you not know? You live close by. Is there a way to get across?
You could try swimming, but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there. Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows over, but I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
Well, thank you for your help. I could convince the Templars to let me in. I have to find out what's going on.
Well, you go on ahead. Gregor tells me to stay here, I stay here. I reckon the fella knows what he's talking about.
What do you know about that Templar, Carol?
Talked to him a time or two. He's all right.
What are your opinions on the circle?
I reckon it's good for them mages. Gather them all, learn them some proper magics. I know what they say about mages, but the Maker made them for a purpose. If you can't trust him, who can you trust?
Oh, he's a good guy. He wants it to be Hogwarts, which is what I think it should be. Like, if you're a mage, you should be there to help learn magic. It shouldn't be there as like you're forced into it, like you're not allowed to leave ever. Like, it should be a school. Or if you can't control it, then a place for you to be, similar to like an asylum, where you can be safe and the people around you can be safe. Not like a prison. But you know, it's whatever. So you know the Knight Commander Gregor well?
Oh, I can't say that. I'm lucky he's good enough to give me the time of day. The first enchanter's all right. He's polite as can be, but he's always a little distant, if you get my drift. But Gregor'll stay to talk.
Because you're not a mage.
I reckon he likes hearing from us common folk, you know? He's a man to be respected, that Gregor.
Is he? I can't stay. Good day, Custer.
All right. Keep safe, you hear?
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me?
I didn't even know you were on my thing. I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I hear you stole supplies from the guild. I'm here to bring you in for dissertation. I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
What do we have going on? Shady thug. Are you running away? Well, we gotta stop that. Morgan looks like she's on it. Shady thug. Yeah, stay right there. Excellent.
Let's have at it!
Make a big
Does that only happen when I pause? Or do I only notice it when I pause? Is my question. You're still over here. Now, why did you choose that? Honestly, bro, if you would have just given me... like, the things that you stole... My hound... Is that what that tree was? Killed supplies. Oh, they're gloves.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
How can I help you? Tell me more. Is that against the Chantry's laws? Tell me more.
The collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
The Mages Collective. You were like well hidden in here. So this just like... Okay, so this is the actual... Am I looking... I'm still the dog. places of power. Hear me and obey. My power waning. I, crepulous epithet, require a recognition to the mystic places. Reconnection to the mystic places. I have left behind. You, the bearer of this note, shall travel to these places and trace upon them my personal glyphs, claiming their eldritch energies for my own. You will come upon sites of mystic power and forests, the deep roads, the heart of the dinner room, and near the base of Circle Tower. You know, you sound like a villain, but hey, mages support mages. Careless accusations. Next. Now this is my problem with the quest. One time I played, I believe it was Fable. I can't remember which Fable it was. But in this quest, this lady hired me to kill her husband. And then her husband hires me to kill his wife. And I knew killing her husband was bad. But I was like, a quest be a quest. And I took the quest. And he asked me to do it. I'm like, now I have to choose who's worse, the lady or the husband, because the husband's a bad person too, and the lady was a bad person. And I was still used to, I was playing on Xbox, and I wasn't used to Xbox controllers, and I accidentally, instead of pushing a button to continue conversation, drew my weapon and killed both of them. Like, in one swoop, I killed them both. And like, the game was like, they were both bad people anyways, they deserved it. But yeah, I just accept a quest because it's a quest. I need to probably think that there might be consequences to me taking a quest, and there might be consequences to me not taking a quest. But that's for tomorrow me problem. That's not a for to now problem. The activities on the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed, and now I am in danger of being brought before the Templars. Myself, a small band of drifters claimed to have seen me practicing forbidden arts, and they have left to deliver testimony of my alleged deeds to the Chantry. I ask the Mages Collective to find and stop these false witnesses by any means necessary. They were traveling along the road from Lothering to Dinnerum, where their lives will seal my fate. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no. Listen, my friend was actually a blood mage, and I still supported them. Then again, I am a blood mage sympathizer. I feel like it's okay if you use it sparingly and willingly with people who are willing to do it without harming themselves, like actually harming themselves, and you not using slaves. Consent is key. Notice of termination. There comes a time in each young mage's life that he must strike forth from beneath the shadow of his mentor. For my 3 young and unremarkable apprentices, this time is now. He who accepts this calling takes it upon himself to deliver documents of congratulations to my apprentices, who will no doubt be uninformed as to the contents of the missive. The apprentices' names are Stark, Alina, and Sheth. Sheth? Okay. I have cleverly sent them away from my abode so that they may receive this information in a public place, thus guaranteeing the safety of my willing courier. Okay. You will find 2 of them in dinner room. The other is procuring a slightly rare item from Orzammar. And be sensitive. I would not wish harm upon their delicate feelings. Thy brother's killer. These are so traumatic. My worst fears have been realized. A band of devilish Maleficarum are performing their profane rituals within close proximity to my own sanctum. This cannot stand. I, Jabasto, charge he who accepts this request to destroy the fiends before their evil brings unwanted attention from either the Templars or demons to my back door. Travel to the Brazilian forest and slay these blasphemers. I mean, sure. Listen, you can't... You can do blood magic in your basement. We can't just be doing it out in the open on people's porches and shit. Herbal magic. Disaster. So consumed have I been in my personal projects that I have neglected to collect vital components of the herbal remedy I use to sharpen my mind for thoughts of other world. Without it, I am ruined. Ruined! I will humbly reward any who bring me 10 bundles of deep mushrooms. With this, I can continue my quest for enlightenment with a clear mind and fewer bouts with drowsiness and indigestion. May who will accept this request be showered in riches and love from the Maker's heart for this noble and selfless act. This is literally my salvation.
Good to see you again.
No? You're not gonna say anything? Okay then. Spoiled princess. So, I know this is a circle and magic and stuff, but this is creepy.
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
No. Alright, Liliana.
As you like.
Insufficient skill. I want to increase her constitution. Like, her magic is super duper high, but I say she has some more hit points. A bear. Of 25 magic. But I think turning into a bear is cool. I think I can turn into a bear next time. Don't you have Mind Blast? I thought you did. Oh, you do. Now we'll do a Kona Cold. Innkeeper. Well, that's a creepy picture.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
I like a drink. Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling inn. The name stuck. That's the story.
I'd like a drink.
Of course. What would you like?
You're a shopkeep! I'm gonna sell you my wolf pelts. Because I don't need those. At all. Sorry about your sister. So this isn't a door? You have a beautiful establishment, and it's not creepy. You could just make it a little bit more inviting, you know. Oh, now I need to save the mushrooms. Okay. Well. I thought that was person for a second. Well, I will save here. And in this episode here. And we will see, we'll see if we can get across in the next episode. Until then, see you next time.